Hey guys, this is Josh with Slightly Handy. Today we're going to be sanding down some rods that you'd use in a closet to hang up clothes or something like that. A buddy of mine just bought a house and he was going to sand these down, and some of them were quite long, certainly too long for my lathe. So he was going to sand it down just with a piece of sandpaper and, sort of like a 13-year-old boy. But I think we could probably do it a little quicker with a power tool, certainly in the lathe. Now again, these are too long for my lathe, so I got to get a little creative with how I put the tailstock on it. So like I said, this is not even the longest one, and if I put it in the chuck, it sort of hangs off the end by a couple of feet. So I'm gonna have to support it somewhere around here, and it's gonna get a little hairy because that's a lot of length unsupported hanging out there. I'll probably sand half of it and then spin it around, put the other half in the chuck, and sand the other half later. So I'm gonna have to make some sort of support for the tail over here. Probably just a piece of wood with a hole in it. And then I actually bought some tape from Rockler. Let's see if I can find it. Thanks, bud. I actually bought this tape from Rockler. They call it like drawer tape, I think, but it's like a real slick nylon. It's made for wooden drawers like this one, trying to make them go in and out a little smoother. So like I said, it's just a real low friction tape. So I'm gonna probably drill a hole a little bit bigger than the rod, put this tape on the inside of the hole, and then hopefully that'll give me enough support without causing too much heat. And then I'll just run it on real low RPMs and sand it with real coarse grit and get some of this bullshit out of the middle here. So that's my plan, and we'll see how it works out. All right, so I'm back after doing a little project for the kid. No clue what he's doing, but what I think I'm going to do with these rods is I just got this little scrap 2x4 here. I think I'm going to run it through the table saw a little bit, at least the one end, to the point where it'll fit down into that T-track. It's real close. I only got to take off, I don't know, maybe a 1/4 inch or so. I'm going to get it real close and kind of tight, and then I can beat this down with a hammer. And then I have this little piece of plywood that I used from some other job that I was just going to throw out, that I will screw into that right there. And I'll drill a hole up here at the appropriate height, and that'll be my support. And like I said, this is going to be questionable at best, but we'll see how it goes. I'll probably drill the hole and get it aligned quite right, like that. And then once I have it where I want it, I'll then screw it in. That way I get the height and the alignment right. I'll probably throw a level on the bed of the lathe to make sure the lathe's level, and then I can throw a level on the rod to make sure it's level, and that'll get me good up and down, and then left and right. To be honest, I could probably just eyeball right down the center here, and it'll be good enough. So we'll see. I might die, but at least I'll have it on camera, right? All right, so step one. I got the one end in the chuck real light. I should probably take that wrench out before I start to spin this. Just some real light clamp pressure. I'm going to spin this, and basically if this is off center, which it's actually got quite close. If it's a little off, as you spin the chuck, as you spin the lathe, this thing will wobble around. So I'm just going to sort of spin this around. And honestly, I think that's probably right around where it needs to be. You can see that this is in here quite loosely, so let me just tighten that down a bit. Wrong way. Let me put the camera down. See if I can't do this intelligently. So, all right, stick this back in there. Get some better clamp pressure on there. Okay, and no clue if that's actually going to work, so we'll see. All right, and then on this end, what I'm going to do is put this on here. Grab a pencil. Hopefully it's got a point on it.
I don't have a pencil that has a point on it.
No? Okay. So that hits right about there. Like I said, I should probably put a level on this. So Got my little torpedo level here, just a little guy. Let me flip it over so it's not magnetic. See where we're at as far as level. Okay, it's a little low on the right. And as long as I make it a little low on the right here too, it'll be fine. So that's about right. It's gonna hit right about there. Now, I got the line picked out where it's gonna hit, right about there. But if I drill a hole right here, I'll only be able to adjust it up because right now it's sitting on the tool rest over there. So I actually want to drill a little bit low. So if I drill it right in here, obviously it's a little bit low, but then I can adjust it up or down. If I put it right there, I can adjust it up or down to be able to match where this is at. So I'm gonna drill it right about there, give or take. And like I said, that'll help me adjust it up or down. I still need to figure out how big that hole needs to be, so that'll be the next step. Can't have anything nice. So that'll be the next step. What I'm gonna do is I got some calipers here. So see what they say. Let's see. 0, of course, it's in millimeters, which is the wrong side of the pond. So see what it comes out to. 1.34. Let's get it on some finish here. 1.37. So I'll see if I have an 1 3/8 to drill it. Maybe an 1.5 inches. 1.5 inches might be a little bit better. That'll give me a little bit of wiggle room down at the ass end there. So I think 1.5 inch hole, if I have it, will be the way to go. So let's take a look to see what I have. What's this guy? 1 3/8. I can use that. All right, and the largest spade I got is 1.25 inches, which of course isn't going to work. So 1 3/8 it is, and I can sand out anything that doesn't work. So yeah, this guy is going to be it. So this is probably going to be something I'm going to want to do on the drill press. So let's move over there. So let's take a look. So what I did here was I drilled right where I marked, give or take, and then I just sort of went around a little bit and drilled in a couple more spots to try and shave some off the outside, because this is only 1 3/8, which is 1.375, obviously. So I'm going to see how well this fits on. I'm taking stuff with me. How well this fits on this rod. And fits kind of all right. I'm kind of happy with that. You can see there's just a little bit of wobble there, which is okay. I should be able to put that tape on either on the rod or in that hole, and it should slide in there pretty well. So, like I said, we'll give this a try. You say hi? All right, so like I said, I'm gonna make that fit in there real nice. This is gonna go something like that. And then as this thing spins, let me get that wrench out of there. As this thing spins, should work, right? What could go wrong? So I'm gonna make this fit a little bit. I run it through the table saw and see if I can't get that to fit a little bit better. All right, so I got this block wedged in there a bit. You can see I had a couple of attempts at it, but it fits in there kind of snug. I'm happy enough with it. So, like I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this board where I want it, and then I'll screw it right into there. That'll be my tailstock for now. So, let me get a drill out. One of these guys. If you don't have one of these, you should get one. It is a tapered bit with a countersink on it. They're really great for drywall screws like this. If you just screw into this end grain with a drywall screw, 2-inch or whatever, you'll likely split that piece of wood. So this will prevent it from splitting. And then we just gotta get the right length screw. So move some shit out of the way. And I think we're probably looking for about a 2-inch. So again, this is probably what you're looking at. Let me see if I can get the screen to turn back on for me. Probably what we're looking at here. So something like that will work perfect. I'll just drill this in somewhere around where I want it.
Dig it.
It's gonna be loud. All right, you can see it's running really slow, which is what I want.
Good.
All right, again, I just want this end not to wobble, so I'm just gonna move this a little bit. All right, so that's right where I want it. I'm just
That's a
gonna,
loud one.
no, sort of eyeball this. Cover your ears. Okay. All right, so I think that's good there. Now I just got to put some tape in here. So.
Is it gonna be dangerous?
No, I think the dangerous part's probably somewhat over. What are you doing?
I got a cow.
You got what?
We got a cow.
Okay.
We got a cow.
You just saw a cow?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, we're gonna give that a try. No clue if this is gonna work. So, all right, got some really gritty sandpaper here. And when I say really gritty, 24 grit. So, it's pretty much a brick. We're gonna give that a try. All right, so here's the final product. Not too bad. It turned out really nice. Once you get it set up, it goes a lot quicker than if you were going to sand this by hand. So I'm really happy with how quick it turned out. I think one of these rods there, I don't know, anywhere from 3 to 5 foot long. Probably takes about a half hour, 45 minutes to completely sand. This is down to 240. Like I said, the finish turned out pretty good. Certainly no splinters left, and ready for stain and stain or paint for that matter. I'm not sure what my buddy's going to do with them, but certainly saved them a lot of time. You can see that it did leave some chuck marks in the end here from gripping, but it's a huge improvement from where it was. So if I was more diligent, I could sand those out, but I think it'll be fine. So yeah, pretty nice job. Can't complain.